So Alex just bought these softbox light things for $100 and I'm the first one to use them properly, and look what happens. It probably won't happen this time because I'm filming it. It didn't happen. Anyway, I turned the light on this light, and the light kind of like shorted out and turned off. And then there's mine, which I paid half for, and it doesn't even work. And I've been texting Alex for like 5 minutes straight and he's at work, so yay. So I'll just have to deal with one light at the moment until Alex gets home to do whatever with this one. So anyway, today's video is going to be a story time. I'm going to talk about the time I was in a school play. It turned out really, really well, considering we were all in grade 6, so we were like 11, 12. So it turned out really good, but some things went wrong. So one day at school, these directors and actors decided to come to the school and tell us that they wanted create a play. So we didn't really have a choice, like we had to be in it. We did not have a choice, we didn't have a say in anything. We had to be in this play. Like, I get that it gets more people involved, but what if someone has like severe anxiety or they just hate being in front of crowds? Like, I hate being in front of crowds. But yeah, I had no choice. So the play was about the tale of Troy. If you don't know what that is, it's basically just people climbing in a big horse and invading other people. That is the simplest way to explain it. So we had 10 weeks practice and it was pretty fun. I actually really enjoyed it. First we had to learn a lot about our characters that we were playing. And getting out of class was pretty good. I think it was half an hour to an hour every day for 10 weeks that we had to do all this with them. I have a list on my phone of all the things that went wrong, so let me read them to you. I was doing a scene with a guy. I had a kid and I was saying bye to him because he was going to war. So my husband in that scene, he dropped out of it because he didn't want to do a scene with me, so thanks. So we got another guy to do it, and that was like a week before the play, like a week before showtime. So we got another guy to learn all of the lines, which there was lots of paragraphs. He had to learn all of that within a week. If that was me, I'd just be like, nah, I'm not doing it. So from a week before showtime to the actual day, this guy was still learning his lines, and I knew the lines as well. Like, I was listening to the other guy and reading those other lines, so I knew the lines pretty well. So I was teaching him the lines, and during the show I had to kind of like mouth the lines to him, which was like, I hope nobody noticed. I'm a good friend. That other guy was not. On to the next thing. I was in that exact situation. Someone pulled out of a scene that I had no idea what it was about or what was going on. I was like washing dishes with other girls or something and talking. Luckily I did not have any lines, so all I had to do was just like squat on the ground and pretend I'm doing the dishes or whatever. So yeah, someone dropped out. I had no idea what to do, and it was like a couple of days before the show. And all I was doing is like pretending to do the dishes, and I was like looking at everyone else the whole time. I was just staring because I had no idea what to do. This one is the worst. This still annoys me to this day. Something that is the tiniest thing, but I thought it ruined the whole play. Maybe not the whole play, it ruined the entire scene. There's this guy, I'm still pretty good friends with him to this day. he had this one word that he had to say. Well, he was saying an entire thing, but there was this one word, and you want to know what that one word is? He was meant to say women. Now you probably know what I'm going to say. He pronounced women as woman. It was a big battle scene, and he was doing a speech before it, and he had weeks and weeks and weeks to rehearse this line, and nobody even corrected him. But I think I corrected him once or twice, because every single time he rehearsed that line, he said, oh, the line was like, our women and children. He said our woman and children every single time. I said to him, it's women, but he obviously didn't listen, and I was just waiting for it to happen during the show. I'm like, oh god. And that is the one thing that has annoyed me so much to this day. I hope he knows the difference now, because if he doesn't, what was the point of 13 years of school then? So I was in about 6 scenes. I was Aphrodite. I had to like stand on a block and like do that with my arms. I was a woman with her baby saying her goodbyes. That reminds me, something really weird. My baby, which was a doll, actually, no, my baby, which wasn't a baby at all, it was just a towel, it had sound effects. How cool is that? 2 of the directors were married, and they had a daughter. She was maybe 10? I don't know, we were like 11 at that age, so maybe 10 to 13 maybe, I don't know. She didn't have any lines because like she doesn't go to my school, so, and she wanted to be in the play. So the parents of that daughter said, oh, why don't you get behind this crate which I'm sitting on in that scene and cry, like pretending the baby's crying, so she could be a crying sound effect. And oh my god, it sounded so dumb. Let's continue on my roles. I was in a battle scene, I was in a women's choir, I was doing dishes with other women, and I was part of a human gate, and it was so painful. Let me explain. There was a scene where there was like a king, I think. Let's just say he was a king, and behind him there was like a gate, but it was like a human gate because we don't have a gate prop. So everyone behind him like linked arms, and the king wanted to get in, so he had this like massive fake boulder thing, and he threw it at the gate, and I was near the middle where he threw it at the middle. So like when he throws it, everyone breaks apart like on to the sides, and me being the most talented stunt woman in the world, I flew back really far and hard, and I hit my head on the ground so hard, and I could just feel a headache coming on, and it hurt a lot. I had to pretend like nothing happened, so awesome. So one last thing that happened, it's not really like something that went wrong, and it wasn't a part of the show. It was after the show was done. The directors came to our school again with a cameraman, and as soon as I saw him, I'm like, nah, I'm out, nah. It was worse enough me being in front of like hundreds of people at the show. I had to be interviewed by a cameraman, or not by the cameraman, I had to be interviewed by the directors, and the questions were like, how did this play make you feel? I don't know how it made me feel. It made me feel nervous, but I think I answered with like, oh, this play made me realize what people went through, and it made me feel sad. I don't know, but I just tried my best not to say a word, but I had to say something. I have never seen that interview, which is kind of rude, because if you're going to interview me, I want to see it. I think the interview went to another school that was working with those directors as well. So that's good for them, isn't it? They can see a 11-year-old girl dying on camera, dying inside. That is me. I have one more thing to show you. It's in my room. I'll be back. Hi. So, I have a book. It says Tales from Troy and it has a photo of us. I mean, I'm not in this photo, but yeah, there's the wooden horse. People had to climb through that. It looked pretty cool. Okay, let's go through the book. Okay, that's really boring. Okay, it's probably really hard to see, but here's me biting my lip. There's me, there's the baby, and there's my replacement husband going to war. Oh my god, it actually has my lines. Okay, so in that scene with the baby, I played Andromache. Okay, and my husband was Hector. This is so dramatic, it's embarrassing. I'm kind of glad I did it though. Like, I know I didn't have a say, but if I did, I probably wouldn't have done it, but I'm glad I did. It was fun. Who prints in black and white these days? If a photo has color, print in color. Anyway, that will be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you felt secondhand embarrassment. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you've ever been in a play and if you've ever embarrassed yourself in a play. If you want to see more of my videos, make sure to subscribe and I will see you in my next one. Bye.